I can confirm that would never happen in Japan.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that much of a stressful situation. But something kind of similar happened to me recently.
Yeah.
So recently we went on a trip together, and after the trip, I was meant to fly to America. To meet Sydney's family because I haven't seen them since before COVID. So I wanted to see them once before I get married and become one big happy family. So I had the tickets booked, and because the schedule was so tight, I had pre-packed all of my travel stuff before going on the trip with the boys, basically. Sydney flew out, I believe, like a week before me. So she had flown off already, right? And I remember I'd packed everything before, and I put my passport in my travel bag, right? and I remember coming home, and I remember being absolutely knackered from coming back from this boys trip. And then I was just like checking everything was ready to go, ready to fly in like a day or two. And then I noticed the bag is missing.
Oh shit.
And then I start panicking because I know the most, like, if there's one document I need, it's my passport.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
Especially because I'm getting married in 2 months. I can't be losing my fucking passport. I need to fly back to the UK. So I like such fucking searching around the house and everything. And I'm just like, she better not have. She better not have. And I phone her, and she's asleep, and it's 2 a.m. right? And she's
wake the fuck up.
she's serious. I give her like 10 phone calls, like she's not picking up. Phone her mom, she's not picking up. Luckily, her dad was still awake. Luckily, I'm just like, Russell, I need you to do me a massive favor. Can you wake Sydney up now? Can you wake Sydney up right now? Right now. And so, he rushes over. He wakes Sydney up. I'm like, Sydney, do you have the bag? Do you have the bag, Sydney? And she's like, I was like, Sydney, this is not the time to be asleep. You need to wake up now. I need to check that you have the fucking Oscar travel bag, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have it? And she's just like, yeah, I have it. I'm like, is my passport in there? And she's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And so like she like I don't know why she had never used this bag before. Like, this is the one time she decided to use this as a travel bag, and unfortunately she didn't check the contents of the bag. So
who doesn't check a bag before using it?
So
was there like nothing else in this bag?
Huh?
Or was it just a passport in the bag?
It was my passport and my other like vaccine travel documents that I needed.
So basically everything you needed.
So everything I needed to travel out of Japan.
What the actual fuck?
So it was like empty aside from like the front pocket, which had like literally like everything I needed.
Yeah,
my
your
life.
And your proof for existence.
Yeah, my proof
pretty
of
much.
existence to Japan, right? And so we're like trying to like plan this out to be like, can I make this flight if we like do a frame perfect drop of this to like fucking DHL, right?
No way
So and we're like, what's the closest DHL? Okay, so it's this place. We can go home. You can wake up tomorrow and go get it. And then I realized, unfortunately, it's America, and they don't work on the weekends.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh fuck! I have to wait 2 days before they can even put the drop off, even if DHL are like super on point, which they were actually. DHL were like very fast about it. I'm still not going to get it in time. So I have to like, if I want to go to America,
Change the strat.
Yeah, I have to like delay. I have to like change the flight, right? So that was stressful enough, not having my passport on me, right?
Yeah.
So I remember phoning up ANA to be like, look, I'm in this situation now. Like, I don't know if I qualify for a change of flight, because the thing is, like, I believe I bought a flexible ticket, right?
Right.
So I didn't buy one on like, I didn't buy a ticket on like some random fucking site. I bought it from ANA itself, right? And so I thought paying like a bit of a premium price, as opposed to buying from like fucking Skyscanner or whatever, that there was a little bit of wiggle room on that, right?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a cheap ticket. And like I don't know why flying to America right now is so fucking expensive from like everywhere. Because it was like the cheapest economy ticket they had, and it was still like fucking like almost like $1,000 or like $2,000. I can't fucking remember. It's
One way?
Yeah, one way.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. It was
Isn't on one-way flights, they're weirdly expensive.
The return flights are like weirdly more like less
They're a lot
expensive.
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
affordable.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's something to do with how long you're gone, and there's different price points based on if you're flying with the same carrier and how far apart you're flying.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
There's some really strange rules
Yeah.
with ticket pricing.
Yeah, so I phone up A&A and I'm like, look, here's the situation. Can I change my flight? Can I change my flight to, a few days after or whatever's convenient? And they're like, yes, there's a flight on X day that's still available. I still got seats. And I'm like, great. Can I change to that flight? How much would it cost? Would it cost anything? And I remember her like hearing like the keyboard tapping.
That's never good.
And then she pauses, and she's just like, hold on, can I need to go see the manager quickly.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's
not a good sign.
That's not a good fucking
There's
sign.
everything in Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything needs the manager.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh man, how many hundreds of dollars am I gonna have to like fucking pay to like change my flights?
Yeah.
And then like I wait for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I can afford like a few $100s, luckily enough, because I really want to go see their family. And then she comes back, and then she's like, okay, I have just confirmed with my manager. If you would like to change your plane ticket to this date, it is $4,000.
What?
And I was like, can you repeat that? Right?
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that?
Could you repeat
How
that?
does this make any fucking sense?
Because they said it in yen, right? Because
Yeah.
they said it in yen. I was just like,
400,000 yen.
yeah. So I was like, my yen my Japanese must be rusty because I must have misheard.
There must have been some static.
Yeah, because I think like, is that what it is in Japanese? I must have added an extra zero in my head because that is not 400,000 yen. I
Yeah.
must have heard 40,000 yen.
Yeah.
And just misheard.
Yeah.
So I was like, could you repeat that, please? And then they repeated that, and I was just like, so
Oh, God.
to confirm,
Oh, God.
in English, that is 400,000 yen, right? Because I'm like, my Nihongo is not Jozu enough. I'm copium right now. My Nihongo is definitely not Jozu enough right now. I'm mishearing this, right?
Oh my god.
And she was, and then she was like, yes, it is 400,000 yen. And I was just like, how is this possible? And she was like, I apologize, because it's there's a small change fee and like the tax is different. Like I couldn't understand. Like no matter what she says, there is no justification for an increase in
So
from
you
like
got a flex ticket, and
Yeah.
somehow it ended up costing more than the original ticket.
yeah.
You didn't like upgrade to business class or
No,
anything.
no,
right?
no.
Like
no.
that's the kind of price we're talking
this
about.
was economy, and I was just
Yeah.
like, is that 4,000 yen on top of the two? Like, oh, no, so is
top
that
of the 1,000.
Yeah, is that like the 4,000 on top of the ticket that I just already paid for? And she was like, yes.
Wow.
So
it's a $5,000 one-way ticket to America.
Yeah. And so like I'm like there is no fucking way this makes sense. So I
Yeah.
go on fucking Skyscanner, like I as we're on the call, and I'm just like, I can buy a ticket on your website for $2,000, like a new ticket for $2,000.
Yeah.
How does it make sense that you are charging me $4,000 to change my ticket?
Yeah.
Change it,
Yeah.
right? And she was like, I apologize, sir. That's just how the system works. It's the upcharge for changing the
that's a scam,
ticket.
bro.
And I'm just
That's a
like,
scam.
and I'm just like, okay. So it's cheaper for me to buy a new ticket, even if it's like double the price at this point from what I originally paid. Can I get a refund for the original ticket for the original ticket I paid?
So it cost you $1,000.
For the original ticket I paid, in order to get the refund back, so I can buy a new ticket.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yes, the the cancellation fee will be $900.
How? What's
How
the
does that-
justification?
How does that work?
Didn't you buy a flexible ticket? Isn't the whole point of these that they
Flexible tickets means you can change it. You can't refund it.
some of them let you.
Some of them do.
You can change
Some
it.
of them do, and I was just like, am I talking to the circus right now? Like that's I didn't say that, but that's what I wanted to say.
You are not the clown. You are the whole circus right
Am I
now.
applying for clown college? What's going on? Oh my god!
So my choices are either to pay $4,000 to change my ticket, or to or to like get $900 to pay $900 to cancel a ticket, and
then buy a $2,000 ticket.
Buy a new $2,000 ticket, and I'm just like, I am not doing this.
Yeah.
And so, for the first time in my life, I was like, can I speak to the manager? Because the thing is, I am not the type of guy who goes Karen mode.
Of course,
I am
yeah.
not the type of guy.
Yeah.
But they were taking the piss.
I mean, I think anyone in that situation would go Karen mode.
Yeah,
that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
so I asked for the manager, and like it was the reasoning for like the upcharge of that much is because I wanted a flight within like if I'd waited, I believe like. I believe like 8 or 9 days, then it would be a lot cheaper because there was this like window where I wanted to change the flight to, even though there were flights available and the flight tickets which was cheaper to buy new, changing to within that date range meant that they had to upcharge the tickets.
right.
So, and there was nothing that
Which still doesn't make sense.
yes,
but-
which still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So there was nothing I could do about it. I talked to the manager. I was like, look, is there anything you can do at all? Because I'm not lying, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You are not giving me any way out.
I'd be pissed off.
You are not
Yeah.
giving me a solution. My solution is I pay $900 to pay $2,000. like,
It's so dumb.
you are not
That's
giving me
literally like the enter the lottery to buy the ticket.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So unfortunately, I didn't get a solution. I lost I lost $900 to cancel my ticket, and I flew to England for a fraction of the price for this headache to go to America.
Christ.
So yeah, unfortunately,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with flights to America. It's insane right now. I was trying to get flights from the UK.
Inflation, dude.
Yeah, flights from the UK to America as well. It's crazy expensive. I was
Really?
like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Yeah.
Yikes.
Meanwhile, flights from Tokyo to London were like, it was like $1,000 for business. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
What is happening?
No one's wanting to go to the UK right
Well,
now.
I think no one's wanted to go from Tokyo as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.